Hello everyone and happy Sunday. This is Marcie Besecker and I am here live. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I want to say welcome, welcome. Okay, I am skipping ads here. I have such a fun card for you today. I am excited. Hello Deborah, Jennifer, Linda, welcome. All right, got my volume down. Hi Kathy. Yes, we had so much fun with bingo yesterday, so just in case you missed it, here are the cards. So I have this cute little card here with the cabin. So cute little card there with a little fancy fold. And then we had this card. We were kind of focusing on the enriched in friendship, enriched in beauty, and in warmth, which is the new one, and I love this nice big font. Then we did this one here. So really pretty. We added some sparkle, some sequins. I love all the foil. Oh, good, Kathy. So the card kits are packaged and ready. The only one that will go a little bit late is Terry, because your free stamp set that you won is coming in the mail tomorrow. I even overnighted that order, but I did it on a Thursday like a silly person. But I think I'll be able to get it in the morning and package it before we leave on our trip. So, hi Steph, Olivia, Deborah, Bonnie, hello, hello. And then this was the last one we did. Ooh, oops, oops, oops. So that's a really cute little card. And so I showed you how to do all these. You're going to get the kits in the mail, and it was a lot of fun. Hi, Katie. Oh, thank you, Terry. It's all ready to go, but I had the stamp set with it, and I was getting ready to package it, and I'm like, oh, that's my used one. I want to send you that. So it will be here Monday morning before noon, and so I should be able to get that off in the mail for you. And somebody just registered for my event, so thank you very much. I can't tell which one. It just popped up on my phone. Okay, I love the fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Tashawn, I saw you put your number in, and yes, I didn't see it till after the fact, but that was funny. I liked your little LOL you did. I have the most amazing story and craft hack for you today. I still can't believe it. I haven't told anybody about it, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. My husband's like, why don't you keep it a secret? And I'm like, why would I do that? I want everybody to know. It is hilarious, and I will be using it for the rest of my life. And he's like, uh-oh, that means I'm putting him to work. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Hello, Debbie, Sandy. No, Sandy, we're live. Just starting. Hello. Hi, Carol. Okay, so I tried to answer questions on YouTube. I'm going to go back in and put the timestamps in after this video. I have 3 of the 4 bingo winner orders. One is already in. I put it in last night. The other 2 will go in today. One of you were very smart because you took advantage and put a $150 order in, which I appreciate the extra $50. But also you get your host rewards and your sale-a-bration items and all of that. So kudos, smart, smart. Oh, Debbie, no problem. I knew you weren't going to be able to make it. So September's is already posted. Oh, I have so much to tell you guys. This card's pretty easy, except the sneak peek thing I want to tell you about, the fun thing. Who won yesterday? Diane Adams won, and then Randy Brosnan won a consolation because she came in second on that one. Katie Lambert won. Linda, oh, I don't have, oh, yeah, I do. I don't want to make sure I say it right. Cogshell. She won. And Melanie Keenan won. So, yay! It was a lot of fun. We had so much fun. So those were 4 $100 bingo winners yesterday. Yay! And then I can't tell you what the consolation prize is because she hasn't gotten it yet. And I hope she loves it. All right. Oh, okay. And today I'm going to also announce where I'm at on my incentive trip. So I want to share, since I started a couple of weeks ago and realized, oh, I can't wait to share it, Patsy. So I wanted to, once I realized I was, fairly close to winning this trip, I was like, light bulb. Okay, so next year, October 1, I am ready to start. I just never in my dreams thought I would be close. So I'm super excited about that. So I am going to share with you guys where I'm at. You'll see on my ticker, my tracker ticker, on where I was when I mentioned it, and then where I am now, and then how much farther I have to go. It's like I could reach it, almost. Okay, so bingo September is coming up, so that is already scheduled. Oh, Katie, no problem at all. Katie is just a lucky duck. She's won 3 bingos in a row, 3 every month. She's won so far. I hope I'm not jinxing it, Katie. All right, so there's bingo in September. My host code, throwing it up there just in case you need it. While I'm trying to take my business card down because I forgot to do that. I decided I needed a new sheet here. So let's put that up there. Also, I have an online class if you're interested in it. It's actually, I'm going to do a video for these cards and send you the kits. Aw, thanks, Steph. I'm glad, Katie. So we're going to do these 4 projects, and 2 of them will be 3D items, and they're so stinking cute. I'm going to show you one because I just am. I know I gave you tidbits, but so here it is, and you can put whatever you want on the top, and then open it up. It's got a magnet. Open it up. Ooh, isn't that cute? So I'll give you all the measurements, dimensions. I actually have a PDF on it with some drawings and everything. So that will go. Thanks, Terry. Yes, okay. Let's get busy to our magic. I think that is all the announcements that are very important right now. And, oh, let me scroll down a little bit. Nope. Okay. So those are all the announcements. I've got all these pages down here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Hi, Lorna. Welcome. All right. So we are going to get busy, and then I will share. My room still looks like a tornado from bingo, but that's okay. So here we go. So here is the card that we're going to create. Okay. So my story has to do with my little bling items. So I'll tell you about that when I get there because I still can't even believe it. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a card base. So this is like a regular card base, but you're going to cut it. So you are going to cut it. It's going to be 6 by 5.5. So it's your regular 5.5, and it's going to be by 6. Okay. Then you're going to score this at 1 3/4. Ooh, hold on. Let me fix my screens because they're blurry. I didn't think I had to change this again because I didn't move anything from yesterday, but one of my cameras I unplugged and plugged back in. So I'm just going to fix both cameras so you don't get the motion sickness thing going on. Sorry about that. Okay, so this, for you that played bingo, sneak peek, this is your thank you card. You inspire me, and you guys do inspire me every day to create something fun and different so that I can share with you. And so this will be your beautiful card. Okay, so this is Blackberry Bliss. Again, 6 by 5.5. You're going to score at 1 3/4. Okay, so that's where you have that. Then your panel on the top. Of course, your regular base on the inside, 4 by 5 1/4. And then this one is going to be, your Whisper White is 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. And your Blackberry Bliss is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. No, sorry, Lisa. I unplugged my camera last night because my webcam barely reaches to my laptop. And so I unplugged it just in case an animal comes in or I hit it and it yanks my whole thing down off the ceiling. So I have to reset to take to autofocus off because then it gets all crazy. I've always loved Blackberry Bliss. It is one of my favorites. Then this DSP here, because I wanted to pop some gold on there. This is the Rich Razzleberry paper, but you know what? I think I'm gonna switch that out. Let me see what I've got here. Because I made a bunch of these. Let me see if I had any paper left. And I'm fine with the Rich Razzleberry, but I think I want the other one instead. If I have it. Okay, so see this paper here? This is the Blackberry Bliss paper, and I'm just realizing I pulled out the Rich Razzleberry, which isn't terrible because we have Rich Razzleberry on here also. So maybe I will do that one. Let's do that. I ordered more of that paper too, and it's coming, but because I made so many of these, you guys are all going to get the Blackberry Bliss one, and I think I ran out of that paper, so that's okay. All right, so let's just get started. We'll go ahead and start with this, and I'm just going to use this paper. I'm not moving it. No, there's no die cutting, so let's just get started. So I'm going to bring in my pad that I used yesterday. Let's clean it up a little bit, just so I have a little cushion here. I like the rubber part to be at the top so it's not on my hand. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with our Blackberry Bliss being our main focus. And the reason I'm doing that is because, and you'll see right here, is because this one matches the paper, and then I'm going to accent with this. So you're going to see that you're going to have more of this color so that it doesn't look all dark and have just one of this color, if that makes sense to you. So we're going to take our, and I went ahead and I put it on a block because you're not using the whole image anyway. We're going to be using like all of this up here. So that's where I'm going to hold it, and this is where my little mark is. If you can see on my stamp, let's see if you can see it. There's a little black mark right there. And that's because that's where the die goes. So I made a little mark on my die also. All right, so I'm just going to ink this up. And I re-inked it, actually. So let me rethink this. I did re-ink it because I did a lot of inking with this yesterday, or this last week. All right, so I'm just going to come over here and just kind of put it. I want to make sure that the center goes on the paper. Okay. So the center is on the paper, which is what I want because I want to put one of my little doodads there. Okay, I'm going to move that one aside while I have this color in ink. This is, oh, silly me. Okay, let's back up. This is the front. I know you guys are probably like, wait, wrong one. All right, so make sure you get your centerpiece on your front. You guys saw what I did, right? So that's okay. And now we're just going to kind of come back in. It doesn't have to be full or all the way. And the reason is, let me pull this in. The reason is when you close this, you want to see your image all the way around so that you don't see a bunch of white. And if you see a little bit, that's not a problem. Let me wipe this off really quick. All right. Now we can put our Blackberry Bliss away, and we're going to pull in our Rich Razzleberry. And we're going to bring in our little flower. And now we're kind of done with this, so I'm just going to keep it clean here, but I still want the pad to stamp on. So we're going to set this aside, and we're going to bring this in. All right, now we're going to take our rich raspberry. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep this for a sec just to kind of make sure, because I did re-ink a bunch of stuff, and I just want to make sure it's not really inky. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of do the same placing because I liked how it turned out. And we're just going to do a stamp here, and I just kind of turn it. A stamp there, a stamp here, and a stamp there. Okay, so you notice I have all of the centers, and this one I went off a little bit, and I'm going to show you why, because it happens when you do your stuff. I love this stamp set. This is probably one of my top 2 favorite sale-a-bration items. Okay, so that is that for this. And now I'm bringing in Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz. And I forgot that I did do the small leaf too. And be careful, this leaf is small. So all I did is I did one in one color and one in the other. To me, I think the Pear Pizzazz is a little darker, and that may just be because of my re-inking right now. So I'm going to bring in the larger leaves, and I'm going to do Old Olive. And I'm just going to kind of, and I don't care if I go over a little bit. It's okay. Have you ever seen leaves that you just see the leaves and they're not on the flower? But make sure that your stem is off. See how that has variegation? How some spots are darker and lighter? That's how I re-inked my ink pad. So normally when you re-ink your ink pad and then you take a credit card or a spatula or whatever and you kind of, you know, mush your colors in, I don't do that with my green because I like this look, and most of the time my green is always on leaves, right? So I just kind of like, now I'm moving this up so I can get a little bit of 3 leaves on there. Okay, so that's what I chose to do with that. So yeah, 99% of the time when I'm using my green, it's for leaves. So I like to just leave it like that. And it works itself out by using it, but I like it because it gives it a little bit of a, and now of course Old Olive's probably going to look darker because I did just re-ink that. All right, so let's take our little leaf, and then I just add 1 and then 2. And I'm going to put 1 there just in that space, and I'm going to do 1, 2. Sometimes I do 2, sometimes I don't stamp off. It just, whatever. Okay, that way and that way. And then I'm going to do this way and that way. Okay, so that's what I want. So this is really a great simple card to recreate. And now I want to do a sentiment. And I think last bingo I used Thank You Kindly, which is why I changed to You Inspire Me this time. And so this time I think I'm going to do Oh So Happy For You. Just because it's something kind of positive and I want to send a little I'm happy for you. I do have some old neighbors before we moved. They were our neighbors, and they just moved. So I think I'm going to send this to her. And she's also a stamping friend. So I'm going to send this to her, and oh so happy she moved to, I'm going to say oh so happy for her that she moved to, and now I'm trying to remember, North Carolina, I think. All right, here we go. And what's funny is she's the second friend that moved there. 2 of my friends at the same time moved there, and they don't know each other. All right. So there we go. Now, are you guys ready for my story? I know you are. All right, let's glue these in first. So September's bingo, when you guys sign up, I want you to put a little note on what you'd like to see, or go on yesterday's bingo and comment what kind of cards do you want to see. So far, I have everybody saying Christmas. They want to see more Christmas for bingo. So if that's the case, let me know what you're interested in doing. I don't want to bombard everybody with Christmas, but I know now is the season, and it's kind of like, I like to see everybody's Christmas stuff to kind of take and pick and choose on what my thought is on what cards I want to do for Christmas, because I don't know yet. All right, so there's that. I'm going to lay this down. Let's put this on. And this is from that, I have to tell you guys, okay, this paper is way prettier in person than in the catalog. I was not going to get the bundle or the suite at all. But I thought, you know, there was some things in it that I liked. I do like that big font. And the more I looked at the paper, I thought, you know, I'm going to get it. And it is so much prettier in person. So I just have to say, this one is called Blackberry Beauty. And so the gold in it, I mean, you just can't see this in person like you can, I mean, in the catalog like you can in person. It is just so much prettier. I mean, if you look at the detail, you've got purple inside the leaves here. I mean, and then the edging, the gold is just so pretty. I'm not an owl person, but my daughter is, so that would be a really cute card to do for her. Not that I don't like owls, but it's kind of a weird, that wouldn't have been my choice, but look how pretty this is. I mean, the paper is just really, really pretty, front and back. So anyway, just a thought for you. Okay, so right now what you're going to do is, I like to lay this down right here on a line just so you can kind of see where you're at. And then what I do is I'm going to take my glue. Yeah, they do remind me of Harry Potter. My stamp and storage paper full of yesterday. Oh, yay, Carol. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to have to too, Shauna, because I think I'm going to be using this a little more than I was thinking I would. But it's really, really pretty. All right, so we're just going to add some glue on here. I like to line it up on a line. And what I do is I leave just a small strip on the top. You kind of want to make sure you're going, I just look down here. Just kind of make sure that that looks even. Before it sets, I pick it up and I put it down, and I just kind of, you know, make sure both of your sides look good, make sure this looks even, and everything looks even. Okay, now to my story before we add our little gold pieces on. So I was going out into the front room to watch TV with my husband, and I said, oh, hold on, let me go grab something really quick so I can show you. So I wanted to show my husband, while we were watching TV, I needed to work on some little pieces of stuff so I can work on my cards so I can get them done. Because I had bingo prepping and all that stuff to do. And normally he knows if I'm out there, I'm either doing something, coloring or fussy cutting or something, gluing. And so I'm hole punching with my old Stampin' Up! Hole punch because I wanted these bedazzling little circles for my flowers. Okay. So I told him I'm punching these out, and he's seeing me like, you know, squeezing these, and I'm like, okay, my hand was getting red, it was hurting. So he said, Laura, they are just like them, but I didn't realize that they sold those until my husband made these. So when my husband made these, sorry, I got allergies going. He made them, and then I said, oh, look, Stampin' Store sells them. And he was like, but it's the same material and everything. So yeah, they're really, really nice. And theirs are exactly the same. We found out after the fact, which is kind of funny. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to do. I thought instead of rhinestones, I wanted to put my bedazzling, because I'm putting bedazzling on everything. Did you see my little guy here? He's got bedazzling on his stocking. You see it? Right there across that little strip. Anyway, so it was working, but it was just hurting my hand a lot. And so he said, let me do that for you. And I was like, shock. So I was like, okay. And so he took it and he started punching them out. And you know, they save them in a little chamber thing there. Well, I guess all of a sudden he said, I think I broke your hole punch. And I was sad. That was my Stampin' Up! Hole punch I've had for a long time. And I said, what happened? And he goes, I think I'm just too strong. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right. And now I'm like bummed about my punch, but also I was like, what happened to how am I going to get my little circles for my cards? I've got a lot of cards to do. And I know, why do I do things like this to myself? I don't know, but I just had to do it. So he said, I have an idea, I'll be back. So he comes back to me, and what did I do with it? Oh, and he said, okay, I think I have your problem solved. And he comes back with a whole handful of these circles. And I said, what did you do? And he said, I used this 9-piece hollow punch from Harbor Freight. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, come look. So we go outside, and he has a stack of my paper. This is what he has. Well, this is what it ended up looking like, because I got him some clips. But this is what it looks like. I took one whole pack, because I have many, as you can see. They're all right here. Oops, right here. See all those? These 2 rows right here on the end? That's what all this is. So he started punching. So let me show you. Once he started that, I was like, oh, okay, let's see what sizes you have. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. Okay, so look. This is how far we got, but this is his job today. So I had him do the metallic gold and rose gold. So we have that size. We have this size. We have this size. Let's see, what else do we have? And then we have the gold. And then if you look, let me see if I can find a stack. I kind of shook up my thing in here, but they pile up. And you know how they are when you do hole punches and they all pile up. Well, I put adhesive on the back of these before I gave them to him. So look how cute. I mean, all these little things are. Okay, so these are little tiny, and I know that it's blurry. So here, let's do this. So I said, well, now, mister, you are going to have to punch out all of these for me. So he did some, hello. He did some metallic ones for me. He did the bedazzle. Now the bedazzling ones, I wouldn't go smaller than that, because, you know, it's got that like grid stuff, honeycomb kind of thing on it. And so I don't know if it would work so well, but you get them, like here's a little stack. You just break them apart and then you have a bunch. So see my little treasure gold? So now I put a link below. These are only $8.99. And so what I did is I said, hold on, you have more work to do. I went and put 1 pack of this, and I said, same size as yesterday, which is this regular size here, you know, the ones that I put in the centers of the flowers. And then I said, 1 size smaller than yesterday, and then I put a little thing. And that's when we went back out there and picked out the 2 sizes, which were, you know, the 2 smaller sizes. So this itty bitty one, which I think we can just accent, you know, in this, you know, around images or, you know, whatever, just kind of around flowers, kind of like what you would do with rhinestones or whatever. So those are the 2 sizes. I love this hack idea, you guys, because add your adhesive first. Okay, so see, all my adhesive is added on the back, and you just peel it off and poke it right on. So let's do that with our thing. Don't you guys love that? I am so excited about it. Look, same as yesterday. I don't want to lose my note because he's going to finish that today. But see here, you don't want to lose them. See how tiny they are? But they're going to look so cute on a project. All right, so let's finish this one so I can show you. But for $8.99, and I think what he did is he put a piece of wood underneath on the surface, and then he took like a rubber mallet kind of thing, and he just hit it one time and it just went through all 8 sheets, no problem. So I will have to say it's a little work to get your pieces off here, and some of them he kind of went a little close to the last one. So you just go like that, and then you just put it on your flower. So just take your adhesive off, and the Stampin' Up! Adhesive works great, even going this small. I like how it really stayed on, but you got to make sure when you're peeling these apart that it's actually the adhesive you're taking off and not the going in the middle of the image. So you could also just poke it. It'll come off. There we go. Oh, that one's not working. So you just got to be careful, because sometimes the adhesive does come off. Let's see, here's 2. And then the flower that you have on the end, you want to be careful. And I'm going to cut it. So, and sometimes you can find one that, you know, you might have cut a little bit or something. So what I do is I just take off the adhesive and then bring in your scissors. There's really no sense holding on to the other. Once you cut these, even if you left the adhesive on, it's not going to work so great. So I just kind of cut it like that. And then I do hold on to this until I'm done with my whole project. So just put it somewhere. And then that way when your project's done, in case you need another little piece, see, and then you just put this over here like that. Okay, I'm trying to read real quick. No, you know what? It wasn't hard, Jennifer. He just put it down there and slammed it, and then they all kind of build up. See how these holes are, how this is right here? So when he pounds it down, they just go like this. And then he has a little tool he pokes on the end and they come out. But you can, you know, just pull them out with I even took one of these out there and just pulled it out. Okay, let me read real quick. Yeah, Sandy, I did pull out another big making memories like punch thing, but then you have to cut it in strips, and it has to be just perfect for you to go across And it was kind of, I really liked his idea. A Japanese book drill. Ooh, let me look that up. Japanese book drill. Because we were talking about, there's got to be some automatic thing that would work with something like this. Right, Laura? That's what I'm saying. You can kind of just put them around other images. There's a link below, Sandy. The Hubby hack. There you go. No, Carol, I don't think it's too. You know what? I told him I was going to videotape him, but he went out of town, and we just didn't have time. I did have that many adhesive sheets. Do you have magnetic dish to put your die? I do have a magnetic dish. Yes, mine's full of crap right now, but yes, I do have one. Yeah, he even told me that I could put like the board, if I wanted to do it while he was gone, put the board on the floor, like on top of our carpet. We have a ruggable, just a thin rug, just lays out, and hammer them there. And he just puts it down, one hammer, and they were done. I don't know that I would do 8 at a time if it was myself, because I don't know that I could do that. But I didn't try. I'm all for him doing it since he broke my hole punch. But I really like this idea much better because you get a bunch at one time. I mean, it took him not 5 minutes to do all these, and he's going to finish all those for me. He's like, how soon do you need them? And I'm like, I don't want to tell him, oh, I just want to have them on hand to use them. And I said, oh, I don't need them today, but if you can get some done, I want to do them for the video. So there you go. So there's that. But see, we could take like, let's do this one. The little gold metallic paper. I love the gold and rose gold metallic. And we could just take this. See, the adhesive comes right off. And this is what I'm talking about. It's just kind of like accent. And so we can just put like, kind of like you would the rhinestones. And, this might be much because we already did the gold in the centers of the flowers. But see how well they work? And we could just put one like right there. And then let's put one more. And it just kind of adds. And then take this, see, it just comes right off. Let's just put one right here. Well, let's put one right here, kind of in the open spot. But see how it just adds that shine? Yeah, it just adds up just enough bling that you can just kind of, add it somewhere or use it for eyeballs if you wanted, if you wanted to do a bunch of black ones and just have on hand. So just kind of a really cool way to do it. So I was so anxious to show it to you guys, but look how funny. Here is a little piece of wood because the wood comes out too. So I just kind of shake it and try to get the wood out. But when I saw this, and you'll see there's just little pieces of wood in here, but I could live with that. Just keep making my bling. So you'll see these on cards to come forever. As soon as I get them to make me some more. But that is the hack I had. There's the link below to these tools, which I think is an amazing idea. And I think the tool is a little stronger than you think it is. And so I haven't physically done it myself, but I have done stuff like that. And I think if you just do 1 or 2 sheets and you just need a couple at a time, I would just put adhesive on the back and just set them aside. And, don't do a bunch at a time if you're doing them yourself. And then just do a couple at a time for your card, and it's a really easy thing to do. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, Patsy. Jennifer, Debbie, Kathy, Tashana. I'm glad you guys liked it. It was so much fun. The cards were so fun to do. Now, when you get your cards for the bingo players, they're going to look like this. I did not add these other ones because it was kind of like after the fact. After we got these done, I was like, so now I have all of these for him to do. And there's adhesive on all of this. So there's a full package of each. And I put the gold on top here and the rose gold here so I knew which ones were what size. That's right. So I can't be so mad about my hole punch, even though I'm sad about it. But that was, now I can say, honey, I need more of those. If I had my hole punch, I could use it, but it has to be a Stampin' Up! Hole punch. Otherwise, he'd just say, well, let's just buy a hole punch. And I'd be like, oh, no, it has to be a Stampin' Up! One. It's the perfect size. Anyway, I'm glad you guys liked the card and the hat. I put a link below. I have no affiliation with Harbor Freight. But, yes, they do have a magnet bowl while you're there, just in case. I have a bunch of stuff in this one, but this is what it looks like. My husband had this in his shop, and he gave it to me. But I don't have a die out here. This isn't magnet. But anyway, this is a magnet bowl. It's called Pendorment's Tool. And it's got a rubber bottom on it. And so when I mentioned it to him that I was going to get one, or when he goes to Harbor Freight next, he goes, oh, I have one in the garage. You can have it. Oh, smaller ones. Oh, I'm going to have to look for that. Because this one just holds a bunch of stuff. So I need a smaller one. Switch camera views. Okay. Oh, you meant for the bowl, Tashana? I already put all the crap back in it and put it away. But yeah, it was just a, unless you wanted to see the cards. But. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. So, oh, you guys want to see my ticker where I'm at? Let's talk about that a quick second. Also, on Tuesday, I won't be here because we are going camping. So, if you're in Pismo, that's where I will be. Thanks, Kathy. So, yeah, we're going camping tomorrow morning, and we will be gone until Thursday, but I will be back on Sunday, which while I'm gone, I'm going to be crafting something. I'm going to be crafting thank you cards for my August customers and coming up with a card for next Saturday or Sunday. That's my plan. You will, Terry. All right, so when I told you guys that I was close to the trip, the leaders group or demonstrators group has a little ticker thing, and this is where I'm at. Now, when you see the lines, you'll see where I just filled it up because I realized that I was getting close. And then since I mentioned that, the light blue ones are what's been happening since then. So I really do appreciate everybody that puts an order in, and everybody that puts an order in from August 9th when I announced it through the end of this month will go, or excuse me, through the end of September, we'll go into a drawing for something big. And I think it's going to be a suite. I just have to decide which one. So let me show you where we're at. So this is how close I am. I'm within just under $3,000 to get the Caribbean cruise. So I am really excited about it. And when I first joined back up with Stampin' Up, my husband was a little hesitant because I had done it before. And but when I did it before, I didn't do videos. I did classes, but not a lot. And I really didn't put my whole heart into it, I guess. And now I decided that I want this to be my business. I want this to be what I do in my retirement. And I still have the Fellowship of Women and, you know, have my thing and what I enjoy doing. And so this time I said, all right, I got to do videos. I'm going to have classes. I'm going to just share, share, share. When I first did it, I was kind of like, why would I want to grow a team when I get more money from a customer than a team? Well, that's not necessarily how it works. It's a whole, you've got to look at the whole picture. And once I decided to do that, I realized that that's a big difference in a business. So when I told my husband I wanted to go back, I think my husband just came back home. I told my husband I wanted to go back to doing Stampin' Up because I did affiliates for a long time, and he just kind of rolled his eyes like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make it a business this time and go for it. So when I told him how close I was to our trip, he was like, you're gonna earn a trip? And I'm like, yes. But he knows how hard I've been working doing videos and swaps and classes and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so he's like, well, he could definitely tell a big difference. And so I'm glad. So I wasn't proving it to him, but I was proving it that this is what I want to do. And this is what I'm really enjoying. So anyway, I want to thank all of my customers very, very much for helping me get here, and my team. Can your husband describe how to use the tool one day? Oh, you know what, Carol? I will show you. He will not get on the camera, but I will show you. I told him I wanted to take a video of him doing it. He might. So I'll either do a little video of him doing it, or I'll just show you. It's really easy. Let me show you this really quick. Oh, Terry, you are sweet. So you take this tool and you just find the size that you want. Well, let's just take the large one just so I can show you. And then, of course, my table is glass, so I'm not going to show you in here, but you just put it like this because it's got a hole here. All right. You just put it right on your paper, and you take a rubber mallet or a hammer, whatever you have, and you just, you know, obviously be careful what you have underneath. He had a piece of wood that was probably that thick, just an old piece of wood, and just put it down there and just hammer, and that's it. And then they just slide up in here. And then I just took this and I just poked them out and put them in here, and we got little pieces of wood because he, you know, hammers pretty hard. So thanks, Christine, I appreciate it. You're welcome, Carol. Thanks, Sandy. So yeah, that's it. So just put it on there and hammer, and then they'll come out. So you can just get, you know, whatever size you want. Again, make sure you put your adhesive on the back. It's an amazing idea. Oh, Karen, you're so sweet. Thank you. Exactly, a self-healing mat. But this depends on how hard you hammer. Of course, I think he does harder than he needs to, but he's got wood underneath, and he just wants to make sure it goes through the whole thing. And so, yeah, I took one package of each. So I think it's 8 sheets in each, and that's it. That's all you do. You're welcome. All right, everybody, again, thank you. I'm going to go enjoy the coast for a few days, some seafood, and relax. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much. That means a lot. You know, it's funny because I do get a lot of demonstrators that watch me, and my husband's like, you need more customers watching you, not demonstrators. And I'm like, you know what? It all happens the way it happens. And I tried to explain to him, just like I left Stampin' Up for whatever reasons, and then I came back and I chose a different upline because I wasn't smart the first time. And I just went with the lady that was in town that I went to her class, and I didn't really know her, but I thought, oh, I'm just going to get a discount. I'm not going to work it as a business. Well, then when I kind of started to a little bit, I realized that I needed to be smart on who you choose. So it all works out. Thanks, everybody. I will have a great trip. Thanks, Steph. Oh, Jeanne, he knows. And that's what I told him, too. I said, I learn a lot from other demonstrators, too. And we were just talking about swaps. And he was like, I don't understand why you do swaps. I think your cards are, you know, whatever. You put too much work into your cards. Well, but I can look at somebody else's swap and I can see their design or their colors or their combination of something, and I can change it and put my own spin on it, and half the thought process is gone. You know what I mean? Can you change your upline? Carol, you can. What you have to do is you have to resign, and then you have to stay not a demonstrator for 90 days. So for 3 months. And then you can sign back up under who you'd like. Thank you, Tashana. I really appreciate you watching all the time. Thanks for sharing, you guys. Thank you for thumbs up, subscribing, and all of that good stuff. I will see you next week. I'm going to try and figure out what I'm taking with me on my trip, and so I can work on my July thank you card. July. I keep saying July. August thank you cards, and next Sunday's video. So leave me a message what you want to see next Sunday, and I will pick one of the items, one of the thoughts, and work on something like that. That would be a great help. Oh, Carol, that's too bad. Well, I would love to help you if you so choose to do that. All right, everybody, thank you. I'll have a great trip. I will post on my Facebook page, Marcie Besecker Designs. So go over there like that, and you will get updates of our trip. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thank you.